Hey there, collective. This is not his fashion choice. I've been sick, covered in hives. But I have a reading that I have been wanting to deliver. I actually pulled it a couple of days ago, but I was worried about my appearance because of the hives. And then I just thought, have you learned anything? Maybe I'll have these hives. Who knows if they'll go away? Like, who knows if I'll be here tomorrow? Like, I've got to deliver this message because what I have to say is important, because what all of us have to say and what we feel is important. And also, who cares, right? Like, I'm not like running for Miss America right now, right? So, all right. So I got such a great message. So it must have been Saturday night. And it started out with this yin yang card, and what I was hearing and what I feel, because I also pulled it with this 9 of Wands in reverse. This is ended. This is what we were coming out of. We're in the yin, and the thing about it is we really need that yang too. We need to put the action behind our intentions and what we want to manifest. And you just have to understand that you got to show up. You just really have to show up in your truth, right? And that's why I'm showing up, because I'm walking the walk, right? Because I don't know, it's important for us to just be less identified with all the stupid stuff that they make us be identified with. The box you check, the way you look, all the demographic nonsense. Just putting that aside will be really helpful, I think, now, the way things are going to be. This message card for me, this who you gonna call, this is what came out with the yin and the yang. I had a download on that. The first thing you think of is Ghostbusters, but I was thinking about first responders and all types of first responders. And I specifically was brought to a memory that I have, and maybe this is going to be a message for someone. But when, years and years ago, I was in a very, very, very bad accident, and someone saved my life. Several people saved my life, right? I didn't know any of them. They were just doing their job. And the trauma surgeon who ended up operating on me was a man of Chinese descent, and he spoke, English was his second language. And I was much younger, and I really couldn't make out what he was saying to me. And I didn't need to, because he fixed me. And so I thought, what is the lesson in that? And I thought, there's a lot of people that are, and this isn't judgment, because I have compassion for everyone and wherever they are in their journey. But I think that, and this is like in the world, bigger than me, bigger than my opinion. I do believe that people who, must identify with a group of some kind, they're going to be challenged, because I think that the consciousness of the collective is changing. And what am I getting at? If you, maybe, I'm not even going to assume that everyone cares about themselves, but if you do care about yourself, or you care about someone else, if they needed to be fixed, let's just say you needed to be fixed by somebody because you were going to die if they didn't do it, right? Would you first ask, okay, so this is the best trauma surgeon, okay, do you know what their political affiliation is, and what's their ethnic background, and do you know what religion they are? I just want to make sure, I'm down with that before they go in and fix me. No, you're not going to do that. You're not. You're not going to do that. So if you're not going to do it then you shouldn't do it any other time. That's the point of that. And I'm not going to elaborate anymore. But so the next card was Storm Warning. I think that this is still happening a little bit, but it feels like it's ending, and I hope that it's ending. Cece, please, not right now, baby. No. And then I pulled 5 of Cups with that. Yeah, Storm Warning. So, yeah. So here's the message card. That's my cousin. This is like a thing. Oh, yeah, I know that. That's my cousin. That's my friend. It's like, I'm okay because I know that person. And, yeah, I'm in that club, or I joined that organization. I'm going somewhere with this. I think what Spirit is saying through me in this Five of Cups storm warning, and that's my cousin, is that if you haven't done the internal work, and again, this isn't about like judgment, just if you haven't faced what's going on with you on a very deep level, and what you're aligned with, what you're not, and if you're living in your truth, etc. If you haven't done that work internally, which is a painful excavation for anyone, you're going to be experiencing it externally. And you will attach it to those things, the economy, politics, whatever it is. But if you're doing the work internally, that stuff's not really going to matter. And I think that some people are seeing it as, two, divergent timelines, and, which one are you on? And yeah, it's like the same concept, because you're going to do what you're going to do. But everybody's going to do their own thing. Yeah. Maybe I'll try to make better sense of that. I think you guys get it. The last one is Magician in the Mirror. That's why I love this reading. And then Ace of Wands. And then the Net. And if you are aligned and you are doing the work, because we're always, a work in progress, then as long as you bring some of that yang to the table, as long as you're like just taking small steps, whatever you can do, and not comparing yourself to other people, but just being aligned with yourself, then you're going to get where you need to go, because the universe is supporting that, especially if you're thinking about the collective and, the whole. What's going to be good now and also after I'm not here anymore type of deal. Because we are all connected. And, the person that you might be judging, judging, that's good enough. That person is part of you. We're all part of each other. It's like if your pancreas, you might not like it, or you might not know what it's doing, but it's doing something. And trust me, you will know when it's not working. You'll know. And it doesn't matter if you've taken great care of all the rest of your organs, if your pancreas, gets crushed or whatever. And the point is, we are an organism, all of us. And we have to take care of all of us. And what's the word I'm looking for? Doesn't matter. I'm just going to use whatever I can. Every part of the organism, we have to consider it. We might not be able to get the whole organism well, but we must consider it. We can't just compartmentalize anymore. It's got to be more holistic. And that's where we're going. And I don't really feel like I'm there yet. And maybe it's just because I'm covered in hives. But then I thought to myself, I have to be okay in this moment, this very moment right here, covered in hives. What if this was it? What if these hives stay? Well, I'm going to find a way. Because I'm not my body. I am bigger than that. And we all are. We're bigger than the vehicle that we were born into and the circumstances that we were born into. And sometimes we're even bigger than the moment that we're in. And not just the chosen ones. You choose if you want to be chosen, and that's no offense to other people's beliefs, because that's what I'm trying to say here. I respect that. I respect that people have other beliefs. I also am going to not accept anyone not accepting my beliefs, because I have been putting the work in, and even if it doesn't look like it on the outside. And I just feel like you guys are going to get that. What was the other message? I don't know. I think that's where I'm going to end it, because I'm itchy. But I love you guys, and just take care of yourselves and rest, and just do not worry about do not worry about producing, okay? Don't worry about producing stuff all the time. That's the end. The creation is in being in the moment, and feeling the uncomfortability of the moment, and knowing that it will pass, because life is cyclical and things pass, you know? Like, that's the game, that's the way it is. Like, that's how it goes. Gotta get comfortable with the change. You know, things are changing. And everybody's just in a different part of that, you know? All right, I'm rambling. Have a beautiful day, and I love you guys. And please like this video if you watched, and if you did like it, please subscribe to my channel. That makes me happy. I hope someone's watching. All right, and even if no one is watching, I'm doing this for me too. So, all right, bye.